The fifth question for the test: to encourage new customers and new movie theaters offering different ways to pay for a movie. For members, there's an $80 a year plus $2 per movie. For non-members, it's $6 to see a movie. So the same way of saying $6 per movie. Now, in order to fill in this table, we have some good information to start off for our members and non-members, but it's kind of hard to write the information down without knowing how many movies we're going to know the cost for each one. But they let us know. They want us to go from 0 to 50 movies. So we can start off with 0. And they want us to get to 50. And they tell us to use increments of 10. That means we're going up by 10 each time. So we have 0 movies. That's our starting point. If we look at our members, it has $80 a year plus $2 per movie. So at 0 movies, you have $80. So that's your starting point. If we look at non-members, it's just $6 per movie. So if you see 0 movies, you're not paying anything because you haven't seen any movies yet. So that would just be your 0. Now, a lot of people wrote down 82 for this next one. And that's because they were thinking after $80, paying the $80, one movie is $2. So you just add 2 to that, which gives you 82. But that is not the case because we're going up by 10 movies. If this was 1, then yes, your answer would be 82. But it's 10 movies. So we got to think about this. If watching one movie costs $2, watching 10 movies is going to cost you $20 because 10 times 2 gives you 20. Your answer is not 20. That's just $20 per movie. Don't forget to add in what you're originally paying. So your total is going to be 20 plus that 80, which is going to give you 100. So after watching 20 movies, you would do the same idea. 20 times 2 gives you 40. 40 plus 80 gives you 120. And I think you guys can fill out the rest on your own because you can tell that's going up by 20 each time. Because it's going up by 10 movies each time. And 10 movies for this plan is going to cost you $20 per. For non-members, for 10 movies, you got to figure out how much it's going to cost them. Well, you know it's $6 per one movie. So for 10 movies, that's going to be 6 times 10, which gives you 60. So for 20 movies, that's going to be 20 times 6, which gives you 120. And if you notice, it's going up by 60 each time. So you guys should be able to fill out the rest of the table based off that information. In order to fill in your graph, you have to label your axes appropriately. Some people, you could have had a wide range of what you chose. I mean, you could have went up by 10s or 5s, however you wanted, as long as if you have this main idea that you're going from 0 to 50. And you could have like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's fine. Now determine your Y values. You have to look at how much it costs to get 50, how much you had to pay for 50 movies for the members and the non-members. So this information is going to give you one line, and this information is going to give you one line. So after you figure out your scale for this side, remember your scale, you want it to be just above the total cost for your table. And after you do that, you just plot your points. So you plot your point 0, 80, 10, 100, 20, 120 for your one line for your members. And you plot your points for your other line. So at 0, 0, you'd have your non-members. At 10, 60, you'd have your next point. And 20, 120, you'd have your third point. And you keep going on until you have 2 lines